What's up, guys? We got Good Trouble, Season 1, Episode 13, Vitamin C, the season finale of this season. So we are finally on the final episode of Good Trouble for Season 1. I'll be starting Season 2 after this one. Then I'll be watching the Season 2, Episode 2. Okay, so anyway, this episode, so let's talk about this episode. So at the end of last episode, Davia. So at the end of last episode, Dennis found out about his wife and about how he was sleeping with, about how he didn't found out that the guy that he and Jesus met didn't want to fund Jesus' project, which is kind of bad for Jesus. And he was like, is this about that I'm sleeping with, is this why you're mad that I'm sleeping with your wife? And then his ex-wife comes up, and she's like, hey, and he basically walks down. She's like, hey, you signed the papers for the half rent, which I read in episode 10. And she's like, hey, you were a crappy dad. You're a crappy father. You're a crappy husband, and it took your son having cancer for you to pay attention to him. So yeah, that basically had Dennis, say that Dennis call his wife and basically say that it should have been his son. It should have been him rather than his son who died. And that's kind of dark for the show to go for. And Davia is basically freaking out. We're actually seeing a nice side of Davia. We're actually seeing a Davia who cares about Dennis. She's freaking out, worrying about Dennis, and that's when Dennis shows up. She's worrying about Dennis. So Dennis shows up, and yeah. So anyway, in this episode, Mariana is the lady. Let's talk about Josh. So let's talk about Mariana and Josh. So Raj and Mariana are talking, but then they get into about Alex saying they have a meeting. So basically that meeting is basically, again, Josh complimenting Alex for something he didn't do, and Alex is like, thanks, and Mariana gives the right answer, and it's like, she actually did the work, not Alex. And he's like, hey, I want to talk to you, Angela, Josh, and Mariana. And Mariana is like, and Evan's like, hey, Mariana, why did you never give me your app idea? And she's like, because Angela said that I shouldn't bother you and that it'll be bad for the company. And he's like, Angela, why would you tell that to Mariana? And because I heard that from Josh. And he's like, and Josh tries to say, blah, 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 whatever. And Evan's just like, hey, Mariana, give me your app idea. And Josh, you won't be in the company's big project. Yeah, you tell him. And yeah, so Malika's mom is in really bad condition, and Dom's like, he's not gonna give up on her, and he's not gonna let them pull the plug on her, and it's just like, yeah. So anyway, yeah, but too bad for Malika, because Malika's mom dies. It's kind of sad, even though we didn't get to see much of Malika's mom. Malika's mom only had one episode, and then next time we see her, she dies. So anyway, yeah, so Callie feels bad for Malika. But speaking of Callie, she is now having a tango between two men. Gael's now single, and Jamie's single. So, who should she choose? Should she choose the lawyer or the artist? Wait to be continued for that. And, yeah, it actually says to be continued for, it says that. To be continued for that for season 2. So anyway, so Sumi's like, so Alice's parents come out, so Alice's parents come back in this episode, and Sumi's like, and Sumi has to pretend that she's marrying some guy named Myron, and Mira is married Gael. Yeah, that's hilarious. And Mira's like, oh yeah, we're getting married, her and Gael, and Gael's just like, what did I just walk into? And yeah, it's just hilarious. So it's just hilarious. So last episode, Mira, Alice, yeah. So Alice finally video. So so Mira comes in busted mad, saying, "Hey, Sumi just called off the wedding. That must have been what you always wanted. Congrats you two." And basically storms out. So yeah, and yeah. So anyway, so, so Alice calls her parents, and they're like, "Hey, Sumi got married. Is that why you're crying?" And she's like, "How do you know I'm crying?" Because and Alice finally comes out as gay to her parents, but her parents are like, "Hey, we've always known, and we've been waiting for you to tell us." And I'm actually happy that their daughter is gay, based on what Alice originally thought. Them freaking out in that diner scene when they had that dinner, she had them like freaking out, being ashamed of her. But no, they're actually happy for her. You go out, so 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 yeah, they're actually happy for her, and so and they're actually happy for Alice, and it's it's great that they're happy for her. And Raj and Mariana kiss, which Raj is like, "Hey, we shouldn't kiss," and she's like, yeah, but I want to," and basically kiss. So yeah, season 2 on that, and a lot of these I might be saying season 2 on that because they might be resolved in season 2. So yeah, so yeah, yeah. So Gaia, so I just love Gaia's reaction to Mira kissing him. He was probably like, I just got in here. I just got kissed by this random lady, or something like that. You know, Gaia was thinking. But who can I choose? The lawyer or the artist? Find out on season 2 of Good Trouble. Yeah, find out on season 2 of Good Trouble. Basically, who can I choose? The artist who she was sleeping with the entire time, or the lawyer who she kissed in that one series finale episode. Who will she and kind of made out with in a bathroom stall? Who will she choose? Find out on season 2 of Good Trouble. And what will happen between Mariana and Raj? Find out on season 2 of Good Trouble. And what will happen with the Jamal case? Find out on season 2 of Good Trouble. Basically, that wraps up this episode. I just wanted to do that funny voice. So anyway, so Mira and Simi did not get married, but just like Simi was kind of flirting with Alice, and yeah, I want to see Alice and Joey's relationship develop as the season goes on, as the season 2 goes on. Sorry, and what happened with the Jamal case? What happened with the Jamal case? So anyway, that wraps up this episode of Good Trouble. And also, I think next season, Callie. Anyway, yeah. But anyway, what will happen on next season of Good Trouble? Stay tuned for these reviews to find out. I'm funny. I'm funny. I'm hilarious. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you next time for season 2 of Good Trouble.